Hello everyone, welcome back. We are here with another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking mainly about the new season, the Ashen Phantom one, and I will give you guys some tips and just describe some stuff, some confusion about this area. But before we do that, I would like to give you guys a good lineup for Abyss Crusade. Obviously, this hero is this boss is really strong, so you want when you read the guide, it will tell you to use heroes that apply defense, gives you magic damage defense, okay, or decrease the boss's magic damage reduction. So I have got a good lineup here. This is really good. So obviously this is a new boss coming after we get the new heroes, so we have to use the new hero, otherwise you don't get as much what we are aiming to do here. So we want magic damage reduction, and the best hero for that is Lysandra. So Lysandra has a passive which gives you 40% damage reduction, magic damage reduction. And here we have Karnak, and also we are using her in Ethereal, so just to give her a little bit of crit rate and crit damage. But yeah, overall we are using here Tropos for damage boost, Lysandra for the passive because she's giving magic damage reduction, Karnak for healing because this boss does a lot of damage, we want the healing to come, Selene just for his passive, okay, because he boosts the attack boost limit by 15, so we can accumulate like 20 attack boost. And obviously Gwyn is here to give us the attack boost when we get hit. So this boss does a lot of AoE damage, so we get a lot of potential from Gwyn. So pretty much if you try this, if you have this Lysandra, use this lineup. It's not really it's not really hard to make except the Lysandra. If you have Lysandra, just use this lineup, okay? If you don't have Lysandra, obviously a lot of things are going to change. Your team is going to die very easily, but if you don't have her, you can use Nyx, or you can use Mastima, okay? You can use Mastima, it's still fine. If you want, you can use Macaria as well, okay? It's because you get Deviant and you get a little bit of Holy Shield, which will work out as well. But yeah, this is pretty much the best is using Lysandra. Okay, that's it for that one. Now, I also want to tell you guys this insane lineup that I have found when I discussed with my guild member. So thanks to Silt for helping me out finding this lineup. So this lineup for Ariana, obviously for Ariana, who else? So it is great, okay? Now, I will talk about it a little bit. So as in my previous video, I have said that Ariana is insane. So what you want to give her, to maximize her potential, you need to give her attack boost and also give her as much shield as possible, okay? So I don't think there is a limit on how much shield you can apply, so keep giving her shield, okay? So here we have Macaria for her passive. She boosts the shield effect by 50%. Talos applies 40% of his max HP as shield. Gwyn for the attack boost. Lilia for pretty much everything, for the shield, and also she increases the attack boost limit. Okay, so we're using this over, and also we have 4 Royals in this lineup. We have 3 Glorians, we have 3 Monarchs, 3 Deviants, so a lot of sustainability. And the relics are also important. Now I know, now this lineup is not difficult to make. If you, well, obviously you have to get Ariana, but other than that, these ones are not really hard to get. Okay, Gwyn is easy to get, Macaria is easy to get, Talos and Lily are easy to get. Okay. Now, the relics I'm using here, these are, I think, optimal, but obviously you don't have to use this one. The lineup is okay. So this one I'm using the scythe for the passives to increase Talos max HP. If you increase the Talos max HP, then he will apply more shield to Ariana, okay? And also we are using that scythe for the attack boost that you get. Okay, so use this in the same order, otherwise you won't activate all of these 3 in the first round. You want Swollen Sheet, this one, to be activated in the first round or before Ariana moves. And so after the death side, you want to use the spear Okay, if you have the spear, use this, because the insane thing about this spear is you get 100 relic energy just after it is activated, and it gets activated at 30 energy, so you get 100 and then instantly you will activate the Swollen Shield. It also gives you attack boost and also gives you shield. Okay, so it gives you shield up equal to 300 attack for 2 rounds. So it gives shield, it gives attack, it helps us activate Swollen Shield. Swollen Shield gives you a lot of shield, obviously. But this shield is applied on frontline enemies. Okay, so frontline allies, I mean. If you can use Ariana in the front, but the problem is if you use her at the front, she might get hit, and her shield will go down. So maybe it wouldn't matter, because we have these 3 deviants, so the amount of hits she can receive 3 hits before she starts consuming the shield. Okay, so pretty much this lineup is probably the best, the minimum I have seen. Okay, so I have done a lot of attacks with this, but the minimum I have seen is 90 million. Okay, with the other lineups, sometimes you go 70 million or 50 million, 40 million. Okay, but with this one, the minimum I have seen is 90 million. Okay, so that's crazy. This is for this. This is done. Now, I was wrong in the other video where I said like Lysandra's speed, like the passive, is pretty much useless in this one, when I said the speed we cannot increase. And I said that because here you will see in the test server I do not have a guild and I cannot do the Grace Room. Okay, so I didn't do the guild boss, but now I know from the original server that the spells that you can get from here can also be used in the guild bosses. So that's good for at least some use. There is at least some use for the passive of Lysandra. Now coming to this new season. Okay, this season is called Ashen Phantom. We are here. Okay, so before going into anything, I would like to let's talk about the levels. Okay, so these levels are called eternal level. They are not normal levels. These levels will increase when you get these eternal XPs. You get these XPs by completing this task, and also when you do the missions. This Tome of Itheron is pretty much like the missions. Okay, you just play them and you get 100 eternal XP. Okay, so once you get them, you get the required amount, 610. I need to go to 111, but mine, for some reason, this is bugged and it doesn't allow me to go to level up for some reason, so I'm stuck here. But anyways, this is pretty much for the level. Okay, now we are going to talk about Sanctuary Projection. Sanctuary Projection is pretty much Sanctuary Thief. Okay, so now if you see, the heroes that I have here are exactly the heroes that I have in the Sanctuary Projection here. Now you need, if you want to use a certain hero in this mode, okay, you need to have that hero in the Sanctuary Projection, otherwise you cannot use them. Okay, the main point here is because if you don't have a hero in here, it means that these heroes that at the top, these 5 heroes, these are level 110. These won't apply to the heroes that are not in the Sanctuary. Okay, so those heroes are pretty much then going to be less than 100 level. So you can't, in this mode, you can't use any hero that is below 100 level, or heroes that do not have an eternal level. So a hero need to have eternal level to be used in this mode. So yeah, so that was Sanctuary Projection. Now before going into the chaotic space in Tome of Itheron, well, before that, let's talk about Rift Odyssey. Rift Odyssey, I unlocked it at 118, but I can't because I'm stuck here. But anyways, Rift Odyssey is pretty much Northern Expedition. Okay, but now what they have changed is now there are 4 difficulty levels. Okay, there is another difficulty level that has come up. It is Nightmare difficulty, I believe, that comes after the Abyss level. Foggy Colosseum, I don't know what it is. It unlocks for me 2 days, but I believe in the original server it is 5 days, something like that. But we will see what this will be. Rift Odyssey, pretty much Northern Expedition. But the good thing is you can use the spells that you activate in this Eternal Ritual in this Rift Odyssey. Okay, so it will make the Northern Expedition a little bit easier. but also I have seen like they have reduced the rewards a little bit, but I guess that is fair because they have put another difficulty level. Yeah, so the whole season will go for 2 months if I haven't said that. So yeah, before going to chaotic space and Tome of Itheron, let's go to the spells. Okay, so there are 4 types of spell. There's fire, there's water, there's wind, and light spell. Okay, so you can counter, so the fire, water, and wind spell, if you use them in a current manner, in a manner, they can counter each other. Now this is the counter mechanism. You don't have to remember this. The game will tell you when you start using them. Okay, so the fire spell counters wind, wind counters water, water counters fire. Now this counter mechanism, I will talk about it here. Okay, so you can't counter these ones. Okay, when you are countering, for example, wind by fire, you don't counter the speed or the physical damage. For example, these base states, you only counter the passive, this text part. Okay, you only counter this part. And if you want to counter, so for example, if an enemy has an uncommon spell, okay, and you want to counter it, you need to have uncommon spell or a higher one. Okay, you can't counter an uncommon with a common one. So that's pretty much the counter mechanism. Now moving to this, how to activate this one. So you can see that I have only activated the 3 ones. It was very hard for me to activate these ones because my level is very low. But yeah, so there are also activation rewards, and there are these ones. So the tier levels are crude, common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. So there are 6, and you get this thing. They look like a rune, but these are called marks. Okay, so these are called mark, and each mark has best stats. So for example, this one is giving you attack, this one is giving you physical defense, HP, attack, and these are all the same for across all of them. So if I go here, this will be the same. Okay, this one's now these boosts are really good. So 18,000 attack is obviously a lot. But the more important thing is this best stat. Okay, some of them has really good best stats, like they give you damage boost, or some of them gives you defense boost, and some of them are not really that good. Okay, and I will talk about that one. And also the second thing is the passive. Okay, some of them has really good passive, but some of them not so good. Okay, so yeah, so fire spell is for damage. Okay, these 2 spells are very much damage oriented. Okay, so you use them for damage. They boost your enemy allies damage a lot. Water spell is very much defense oriented. You get physical defense or magical defense. Wind spell is very much speed oriented. Okay, so it will increase the allies' speed, so you can move before the enemy. And to be honest, out of these 3, only these 3, okay, fire, water, and wind, the wind spell is the weakest. Okay, this one is the weakest because this does not give you damage boost. The only damage you get from these marks, so 18,000 or 9,000 something. So the passives don't give you damage. The base stats don't give you any damage. Okay, so these ones are really weak. So but anyway, you still have to use them, because when you go in here, for example, I go to Chaos 1, I go here, this guy is a water, using water spell, so I need to use a wind to counter it. So I still have to use a water spell, a wind spell, I mean. Okay, I still have to use this, but the problem is this guy has a lot of HP, and he recovers 40% of his HP when you try to kill him. Okay, when his damage is his HP is very low, he recovers 40 of his HP again. So it is really hard to kill this one at higher levels. Okay, obviously you will need a higher your team has to be really advanced in the star levels, in the levels, and you need to have good runes on them. Okay, so that's the only way you can kill this guy. Okay, other than that, from the spells you do not get any damage boost, so it's really hard to kill this guy. And that's why this is the wind spell is the weakest one. Okay, but this has some cool passive, and the passives are chance based, so they're not guaranteed, so you may get them activated or you may not. So let's go into the fire spell. Okay, so the passive. So this one is also chance based. This is not guaranteed. So there is I will cover the uncommon one because this is an average player would have activated. There is 30% chance to cost the ultimate an extra time when an ally kills an enemy. Okay, so now this passive sounds cool because you get a chance to cast your ultimate, an ally's ultimate again. This is pretty much like a Macarius rune skill. Okay, but this is not really great according to Chaos, because you can see that there is only one boss. Okay, you are not using the, if you kill the boss, the game is over. You are not using the passive. This is so becomes useless. Okay, so but this one is useful in the Tome of Itheron, in the missions. Okay, because there are minions, you can kill the minions and you have a chance to cast the ultimate again. So that's pretty much it. Now, for the Inferno spell, I like this one better for in the sense of chaotic spell, because this one is pretty much like a Dawnbringer or a Verdian. Okay, so it says after an attack, each ally has a 20% chance to perform an attack combo. Okay, so you do more hits, so consequently you do more damage. Okay, but this is also chance based. Okay, so this is not guaranteed. You have a chance, but this is a good chance. 20% is not that bad. This is like what, 1 in 5 chance to do a combo. So this is still good, and you also get this magic damage and speed. So magic damage is 80 plus 80%, and for this one you get a physical damage, okay, plus 80% on the backline. And I will talk about these ones when we go into chaotic space, but not for now. We will focus on the passive. So that was pretty much for the fire. Use this one if you have this one. Use this one for the chaotic space, and use this one when you are doing. I think you can use both of these when you are doing the Tome of Itheron, this missions one. But I will see like this one is probably better, okay? Because this has 30% chance to cost an ultimate again, higher chance, and it is an ultimate, not a best attack. Okay, so this one is pretty much, but obviously you need to also look what team you're running. If your team has physical damage dealers, use this one. You will get benefit out of the best stats. But if your team has magic damage dealers, use this one. Okay, so a lot of strategy you need to apply here, but probably you don't need that much of thinking to do for the missions, because the missions are not that hard, at least for the common ones that I have done. Not on this account, or not on the test server. I have done on my main account. These are not really that hard. Chaotic space gets a bit harder when you go higher levels. Wind's water spell. Okay, so water spell, as I said, is very much defense oriented. So you get physical damage reduction for this one, or you get in this one you get magic damage reduction. If you go over here, you see magic damage reduction. But this is also not too bad. You still get a little bit of attack. Okay, attack plus 20% in the backline. So it is still decent and good. Let's talk about the passive. Okay, so when all frontline allies, now these passives are guaranteed. So when your frontline allies, all of them, okay, not one, all of the frontline are alive, the backline take 30% less damage. So there it is a lot. So 30% less damage, and also you get physical damage reduction. So it gives a lot of sustainability. So really, really good. You also get a little bit of attack as well. So this is good because this is guaranteed as long as your frontline is alive. Okay. But as soon as one of them falls, this is useless. So this one can be really useful if you use heroes that can spawn minions. Okay, so something like Jana or the new hero Madeline, they spawn. So as soon as your frontline allies die, they will spawn a minion in place. Okay, a Drake or something else. They will deploy, and you will have the most benefit out of this passive. It is great. Okay, in that case, if you want to use this spell. Aqua spell. Okay, so this one, for each fallen ally, the enemy allies max HP increased by 20%. So this gives you HP boost. Again, now this is only useful when when one of your heroes or more of your heroes dies. Okay, so it's not really great. Why you would want your hero to die to get a benefit? Okay, so. But there is a way to use this at a maximum potential. So try to use this with heroes that can revive. Okay, so pretty much like Avengers, or you can use, I think, Shadow Arcs. Okay, so if your heroes revive, all the allies will get HP boost. So a lot of sustainability. This gives you This water spell is sustainability. This one is for damage, okay? Wind spell, as I said, not really the greatest one because they don't give attack boost. They give speed boosts. I mean, the speed is alright. It's not really great unless you are using Lysandra. Okay, if you use Lysandra and you get the speed boost, then she will do more damage. Other than that, there is no other hero which will benefit from a speed increase. Okay, yeah, they will move first, but you know, that's not really that great. We want more damage. If you go in here, this one, there is 10% chance, so very low chance. There's 1 in 10 chance. There is 10% chance to seal the target's passive skill for 1 round when an allies deal damage. Now, this is good because blocking or sealing someone's passive is good, but this is also bad because this is only for 1 round, and considering the chance of this getting activated is 10%, even if you go on the legendary is 30%, okay, on epic is 20%. So the chance is not high, but it is only for 1 round, okay? So it's not really that great. If it would be for the whole battle or maybe for 3 rounds, that would be better. Or if they put it 1 round but give it more chance, I mean, give it like 30% over here and maybe 60% or 50% chance in the legendary, this would be more useful, okay? So yeah, I don't really see this getting activated a lot. The chance is very low, and it is also only for 1 round. That's why it is really weak. Now the next one is Fury spell, okay? This one there is 10, again, very less chance. There is 10% chance to increase the target's damage taken by 100% for 1 round when an ally deals damage. So this is really good because when you deal damage, you do twice as much damage. So increase the damage dealt to the enemy by 100%, but the activation chance is really low. It's 10%. It's 30% for legendary, but these ones are really hard to activate until you go like really crazy and until you play it a lot, so you activate them. But other than that, this is what pretty much you will be dealing. You most likely, average player will get 20%, okay, 20% chance. This one would be pretty hard to activate, but yeah, this is what you get. But this one is slightly better than the other one because this you increase the target's damage taken by 100% for 1 round. So any ally that deals damage to that particular target, that every damage will be increased by 100%. Okay, so this is better in that sense. But you also get a little bit of dodge in this one. Okay, so this dodge, I think this one would be better for the the Northern Expedition one, where the hero you need dodge so that the minions can die, where there is a different, like the boss is like looks like Karnak. Okay, so that one, this one might be useful because you get dodge only from this one. There is no other spell you get dodge. Okay, so this one is, in that sense, I see maybe this is useful. Okay, other than that, they don't give you damage boost or attack boost, so they are really weak for you to advance in chaotic space. Now coming to light spell, so light spell cannot be countered, neither they can counter any other spell. Okay, so these are good in particular sense. Okay, so you get, for the best hits you get crit rate. So by that I mean, like, where else can you use this other than ethereal? So 5% crit rate is nothing. So if you pair this up with an ethereal, maybe it makes a little bit of difference, but not too much. Frontline speed, again, speed, a little bit of speed, but the thing is, the passive is good, but the chance is really low. So you have 1 in 20 chance to deal 5 times damage. So it's like Nyx, but yeah, a little bit less damage. Nyx has a chance to do 10 times damage. This has 5 times damage. An extra time when an ally lands a critical hit. So this will only get triggered. So you need to do a critical hit first of all, and then that critical hit only has a 5% chance to do 5x damage. So you need to have a very high critical hit rate. Okay, so this can only be used pretty much in the ethereal team. Okay, use 3 ethereals or 4 ethereals or 5 ethereals. Use this one because the more critical hits you do, the higher your chance of activating this. It will be great. Okay, so yeah, this was all for the sunlight spell. Moonlight spell, all allies have a 20% chance to retain 1 HP when taking a fatal attack, then restores 30% HP. So this is pretty much like the Eudora, okay? Eudora also has this type of like passive, I guess, where she when she takes a fatal attack, she survives that and she will restore 40% of her HP. Here, you have a 20% chance that this passive will get activated. So when your ally takes a fatal attack, they will not die and restore 30% of their HP. Okay, and each ally can trigger this 3 times every battle. Okay, so this is good, and also this gives you some attack boost. So this is better than the other one. These attack boosts are really good. So Starlight spell. Now this one, remember, just mind it that you in the front line you do not get any stat bonus. Okay, only the back line will get speed, but that speed is a lot. Okay, and the legendary you get 200 speed. This is a lot, but I mean, why would someone want 200 speed? Okay, so this is just crazy amount. I don't see, maybe unless you are using Lysandra, obviously. I don't know if any heroes would benefit from it. Obviously, you will move first, but this is just, a speed. Okay, so when an ally applies a debuff, the ally reduces the target's max HP by 2% for 3 rounds, stacks up to 10 times. So you can reduce, at uncommon tier, you can reduce a target's HP by 20% at max. Okay, and that is for 3 rounds. Which is good. On the legendary, you can decrease by 50%. So that is really, really good. Okay, so that's a lot for 3 rounds. Now, what you can use here? So you need to apply debuffs. So debuffs, the debuff god in this game is Mystifiers. Okay, so Mystifier, they already have the heroes in that lineup in the Mystifiers. They already have a lot of speed. So if you combine that with this one, they will have even more speed. But that's not what we want. Okay, what we want is apply debuff. When they apply debuff at maximum 10 stacks, every target, every enemy will have their HP reduced by 20% at uncommon. If you have the rear activated, you get 30% max HP reduction, which is really, really good. Okay, and this is also guaranteed. This is not a chance one. Okay, so this is also guaranteed. The only thing you need to do is apply debuff. If you can also use this with Tyrannis, if you have Tyrannis in Glorian, so this can be used. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much with the spells. I guess there were a lot, but I think I have spent a lot of time on this, so I will take a little bit of time. Yeah, I don't really need to talk about anything about it. This is pretty much missions. Okay, you get XP, you level up, and you get this. I didn't feel any sort of difficulty when I was doing the common one. The hard ones, you need to be level 130. So I'm not level 130 to try the hard ones. But yeah, this is pretty much it. Even if you don't counter, sometimes I have seen that like when I was playing it, where even when you don't counter the enemy's spell, you can win this. Okay, so this is not really a big deal. These ones are easy. The hard one is Chaotic Space. This one, okay, in Chaotic Space there are 6 chapters, I should say, or like there's 6 chaos. Okay, it's chaos 1, 2, 3, and every one of them has 10 levels, so overall 60 levels. I am currently stuck in chaos 2, okay, just because of this hero. Because if you want to counter this hero, he has a water spell, you have to use wind, and wind doesn't give you attack boost, so it becomes really hard to kill him. But yeah, other than that, I've cleared all other bosses at level 20, and I am here, pretty much. So Chaos 1, okay, here. Now, when you come here, there are a couple of things. First of all, well, can we click this here? Yeah. Okay, first of all, there are these levels, okay? For each spell, not each spell, like for only fire, wind, and water, you have 1 level, okay? So pretty much like, for every one of them, you have a 10 levels. There is no boss or any stage for using a light, at least for Chaos 1. So they have these ones. So overall, there are 30 bosses you can fight. Yeah, pretty much like this. And every one of them has the same boss in each of them. Okay, they just get stronger. They don't change. They just get stronger. Higher level stages drop. The higher your level, so level 1 will drop uh, crude ones. The crude ones are not really good. The normal ones are also, it's okay, you activate the passive. The uncommon rare ones are better. The legendary, obviously, they are very hard to get, okay? And also, you need to defeat the final boss, okay, in each chaos level to proceed to the next one. So in this chaos 1, the final is level 10. So you need to beat at least one of these 3 to move to chaos 2, which is closed down. So you see that I need to clear any of them before I move. So yeah, these are pretty easy. So when you go on this one, you can see, actually, let's go from left, right. So yeah, this is a hero that uses the water spell, okay? And for the water levels, for the water ones, this is the boss, okay? This is the boss. If you click this, you will see that he gives himself, he does some physical damage, he gives himself some attack boost, and this one is his passive. I believe it is his passive because it doesn't say it is passive, which is annoying, okay? If he takes a fatal damage, he will restore 40% of his HP, and this occurs once every 3 rounds, okay? And he also has a lot of HP himself, so it becomes really hard. So if we go to here, this is the lineup, okay? This is the lineup. I have used this lineup. I'm trying not to use the new heroes, okay? This is pretty much the lineup I have used in my main account as well. This is the test server one, but I have used this one to clear all of these heroes, just to show you guys that you don't need the new heroes for this. But obviously, if you have those heroes, you will get this type of buffs. If you use any of them, if you use 3 of them in a lineup, you will get 100% boost to attack and HP of all allies. Otherwise, you can use one of them if you have only one, okay? So I've used this lineup. This works really well. This works good. You have some physical damage from Karnak, from Katrina, and you have some magical damage from Selene and Dorabella, and you have some attack boost from Atropos. Okay, without attack boost, I don't know how you would clear these bosses. Some of them at higher levels are really hard to kill. Yeah, and this is what I'm using. Two ethereal ones for the HP bond, and this one for the reset. Okay, nothing really great, but yeah, this is what I'm using. So always check always check your thing. Now I would like to spend some time here. Now before these spell things, you can place your hero anywhere in the line. Okay, you can put it in the back, you can put it anywhere. It doesn't really matter. Even if they are tank, you can put them in the back. Okay, so many people use Janna in the back, even though she's a tank. Okay, it doesn't really matter. But here, when you are using these spells, it does matter. Okay, so now you can see that I get a speed boost on the back line, and I get a max HP boost on the front line. Okay, now I will see, like, for example, in this, if I have Selene is the weakest, and he dies like the earliest. Okay, his sustainability is low, so I will put him in front to get HP boost. Okay, and obviously, I don't want to put Atropos here, because if I put Atropos here, all of these 3 heroes will move, okay, will take action, will take ultimate, will activate their ultimate before Atropos. I don't want that, because I want Atropos to give these guys attack boost before they do their ultimate, okay? So yeah, obviously, so this is the thing. Karnak's there for the HP, some damage we have, and we have a damage boost, okay? So this is the ones. Now, if I do attack with this lineup, I don't think I can kill this guy, but I will kill if I use the new heroes, which I'm not doing, okay? There's no... this is just to show you guys you can beat these levels even without those heroes. Okay, so this is a good lineup if you want to use. Other than that, you can use your own main lineup. Okay, you don't have to use this lineup. You can use Glorians. I can see people doing Glorians, good with Glorians, but I have... but a guy from my guild, he says the Glorians, if you go to the Chaos 3 or 4, I think you can't kill every level with Glorians, because if you use one Glorian or more than that, then the damage that the enemy receives, the bosses receives, will reduce. Okay, so you need to kill them with some other compositions, like use Ethereals or something. Okay, and Ethereals seem to work really fine. But yeah, so that was for this guy. Okay, he gives himself HP, and he gives himself physical damage. He does physical damage and gives attack. And also, when you attack the water guy, okay, the water spell guy, you get you will get most likely the water spells or these marks. Okay, now we are moving to fire one. Okay, so the fire one is actually two guys, these two guys. Okay, this is one boss, but there are two people here. This one does magic damage and has a chance to apply stun. This one does physical damage and has a chance to apply defense reduction on your team. Okay, defense reduction, yeah, on your team. Okay, so this one has a passive of increasing their attack. This one has a passive to increase their own defense. Okay, so this one is good. Okay, this hero is good, but they're not really hard to kill, because if you use the character spell, which is, if it is a fire, you use the wind, you use the water one. Okay, so what you see, you get a little bit of attack, but you also get some physical damage reduction. So at least one of them deals less damage. One of these does physical damage. So yeah. And also, when our frontline allies are alive, backline allies take 30% less damage. So this is not really, these ones are not really difficult to kill because of this attack boost that you get. Okay, so these ones are okay. Now also, I didn't talk about this one. This is going to be a long video, but I will put chapters for you. This guy has the spell of water. Okay, and he does physical damage, so he gets a little bit of attack, physical damage reduction. Okay, so yeah, it's fine. Frontline physical damage. Now this one, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. He is standing in the back line, so he won't benefit from this one. The back line, he only gets a little bit of attack. Okay, so it's not really great. It's just really hard to kill him with the wind spell. For these ones, they have the perfect one. They are perfect for the spell that they have. They are using the fire spell, so their passive is this. I don't know why the passives are different for them, but you see the back line has increased physical damage, but they are standing in the front line. Okay, so they won't have this benefit. Okay, so this is really great, because if they would have this damage boost, it will probably kill your allies, kill your team earlier. But they will get a little bit of speed only, which is only 5%, so it doesn't make much of a difference. So that's why it is easy to kill. In this one is also really easy to kill. Okay, so it's like Medusa, but it's corrupted. So she does magical damage. She has a chance to apply corrosion, and the corrosion can apply 25 times. Okay, they can stack 25 times. She's using wind. Now the wind is, again, she is standing in the back line. She only gets the speed boost, which we don't care about too much. But the front line, so she's not standing in the front line, so she won't get the HP boost, which is good. And if you are countering, you are countering this passive, so she won't get the 100% boost for attack and HP. So it's really these ones are really easy to kill. Okay, and also when you use the fire spell, so this one is really easy because you use the fire spell. Obviously, the fire spell gives you the maximum boost for the damage, so 80% boost is a lot. So again, when you use the spells, always try to see. So now I really don't use the Karnak for attack, for damage. I use him for sustainability. Okay, these are my main damage dealer. I know Selene and Dorabella does not really do physical damage, so this is useless. Maybe I can move, obviously, like this. Okay, because Karnak does physical damage, I would use this. Yeah, obviously. So yeah, you can use some lineup like this. So always try to check. But if you are using this one, okay, this one, remember, this one gives you physical damage boost instead of magical damage boost instead of physical. So if you are using these ones, obviously, do it like this. Okay, easy. Again, if you're using the other ones, always try to check which one you want, which one you don't want. So obviously, if I was supposed to go against her because she does magical damage, I don't need the physical damage reduction. Okay, I would have to use this one, which gives me physical damage reduction. Okay, always check these spells, even though they don't matter for the Tome of Itheron, for this one. They do matter for chaotic space, especially when you move for the higher levels, Chaos 2 over here. Now once you reach the highest, once you go here, there's a shop, you can buy runes from here. Don't spend these coins, okay? You spend these coins for the common, these uncommon, rare ones, okay? Save them for these ones, these epic ones. There will be, once you get the higher levels, there will appear another one, which is the red one. They're really expensive. I think they are 2,500. If I remember correctly, it was 1,500 or 2,500 or something like this. Okay, so they are really expensive. That's why I was talking. They are very hard to activate. Yeah, and there is, okay, so we have talked about the levels, right? And now there is another thing you get. So you see these small tiles, there will be some artifacts, okay, in here. This is called insignias. Insignias, yeah. So these insignias, these three, the pendant, amulet, and ring, all these three, this will increase your relics damage by 30%. And this one, this will give your allies 20% shield, okay, 20% of their max HP when when a relic is casted, okay, when a relic activates, you get shield. Okay, so I think they get stacked. So if you collect all the artifacts from here and you go to Chaos 2, you will get this same again, okay, but they will appear like green color, okay, the colors will change a little bit, but they will give you the same amount of boost, but they will stack. So if you have this one and another of this one, you will get 30% and another 30%, and you get another 30% from here, another 30% from here. So overall, you get a lot of boosts. So relics do a lot of damage. They make changes, you know. The third thing here is these blessings, okay? So you will have different types of blessing. I don't know, where's this one? Yeah. So you see this chalk blessing, this will increase crude marks. Obviously, we don't want crude marks. Crude marks are the lowest level. We don't want this one, okay? But we still have this activated, doesn't matter. If you activate this one, this will increase your chances of getting common marks. It is better than at least for the crude, but not great, okay? This will, if you activate these ones, the uncommon marks, they will increase your chance of getting them when you play these levels, okay? So yeah, that was for these ones, and these also do carry over, okay? So if you get 10% chance from here, increased chance from here, and you go Chaos 2 and you activate another one of these, they will stack, okay? So these carry overs. This is like, I don't know why they compartmentalize them, Chaos 1, Chaos 2, Chaos 3, I guess for simplicity, because this will get really messy. But yeah, this does get carry over. And there is the spells. This is just the same thing. There's sweeping here. This you don't need to find, okay? You don't need to go and find the maximum level that you have cleared. You can go into the sweep, and this will automatically, okay? This will automatically show you the maximum level that you have cleared for the fire, for the water, and the wind, okay? So whichever one you are prioritizing, try to go for them, okay? Now, personally, I would not go for this one because I have a chance of getting the green ones. I don't want the common ones. I want uncommon ones, the highest. So I'll go for fire, obviously, but you will need all of them because you need to still use them, even though if they are not good, to counter the enemy's spell, okay? So I think that was pretty much it. Yeah, so some tips I would like to give you. The first tip is don't waste your coins. These coins are not really that easy to get, okay? So don't waste them on these ones. Try to get these ones, even though if you can buy the legendary ones, don't buy them. Try to buy these ones, okay? The other ones, if you get stuck here, okay, try to complete the tasks. These levels, they give you a lot of boost. Now, this is 110, you get 14,000 attack boost. But on my main account, I am 130 plus level or something. I get 40k attack, okay? So this really matters. So try to complete these tasks to boost your levels. Once you get here, click this, and then you also get this rewards, cool rewards. Okay, try to boost this. If that doesn't work out, try to, change your strategy. Maybe try different spells, okay? Try different spells, try to, using a different lineup, try to get put some heroes where you can get more attack or more sustainability, okay? So change your lineup. And always when you play Chaotic Space, okay? Always when you play this, try to get these blessings first. Okay, try to get these blessings. So this is the in this chaos to phase 1, these ones are the first one. Okay, so if you want to get this one, you have to activate these 3 pots. Okay, so the easiest, you start from here, so go from here, here, you activate 1 pot, and then from here, go from here, here, and then go from here, here, you will activate these ones. The sooner you activate these ones, the higher your chances of getting good one. I know this is crude, but in later stages, there will be no crude. There will be either common ones or uncommon ones. And even if you go to Chaos 3 or some or higher, you will get the rare ones. Okay, so try to activate these ones first before clearing all these stages. Obviously, there is no attempt, but if you clear those ones, your chances of getting a specific type or a specific tier of the mark increases. Okay, there is this, yeah. If you are stuck, try to get the artifacts if you can. Okay, the artifacts also, as I told, like, they give a lot of boost to your relic. So yeah, wait it out. Okay, do more summons in the Hall of Heroes. In this one, when you do more summons, increase the star level. Okay, go higher, advance them. As the sanctions don't really matter because you are using the sanctuary. Increase the talent, increase the runes. Okay, use the perfect runes that you can. I'm just using some random ones over here, but yeah, these ones, the star level, the talents, and the runes, they carry over from the normal modes from here to this one. Okay, the higher the star level, the better talents, the better runes that you have, the higher your chances to get here. Okay, so this was pretty much it. And also, if you want to make your task easy, just put some preset themes that you want to use, so that you don't have to every time keep rearranging and doing things. Okay, and yeah, the blessed heroes, if you have these ones, obviously use these ones. Okay, because they give you boosts for everything, for attack and HP. Thanks for watching.